3点开工。有3:01 one. Enlightenment, you get it. Done. No, delay a bit. Never mind. Delay, it's okay. 2 minutes. Singapore time is chop. Huh? Actually, I prefer Japanese time. Really chop. 2:59 and 45 seconds. 2:59 and no, actually this I think what 2:58. 2:58. Can? I was testing the mic. Can? Good afternoon. Sweet. Afternoon? Seriously, after one whole day of joyous activities, you like that? Give me a little bit more energetic. Okay, show of hand, what did y'all do? Who bathed the Buddha today? Nobody did. I like this place. Who bowed before the Buddha today? All hands should be up. So jialat. Like a smattering of hands. Huh? Okay, I haven't done, quickly do now. Okay, let's see what else. Who went for candlelight procession last night? Yeah, one half. This half went to somewhere else. Huh? Procession. And what else do y'all do? Concert. When's the concert? No concert. Huh? You had a performance. Oh.
The youth and the junior youth and the karaoke.
Karaoke?
A few people sang now.
Okay. Do you know what this topic is about today? Can't read English? Let me read for you. I chose this topic. Not a case of someone else suggesting that I consider talking about this. I wanted to do this. Because I think Buddhist fellowship is a place where thinking Buddhists are drawn towards. They want to understand what they are doing. They want to be sure that they are doing the right thing by the Dhamma, by the Buddha. And there is a general enthusiasm and commitment to understanding the path. So here in BF, I like to introduce to thinking people a fresh, sometimes alternative perspective to understanding a very common theme. So what is this common theme, which is the idea of on Vesak Day, we want to engage in activities that we think will demonstrate commitment to the path or demonstrate respect to the Buddha, honoring the Buddha. Yes? You don't know why you do whatever you do on Vesak Day. You really don't care. She does what I follow. Yeah? Is that what? No, right? You must have rousing no like this, okay? No, right? No. Must have some audience engagement, right? Okay. Now, we start. I kind of waited a little bit. First question. The meaning of Vesak. Do you know what it means? Don't know what it means. It means public holiday. Vesak, the word actually means, it's the name of a month, a period of a year. The period, I think it's May, June. It's a May-June period. Because it's a lunar month, a lunar calendar. And Vesak actually is the name of that period, the month. So like, you can say January. Like that, huh? We shall celebrate January. So Vesak actually is the name of the month. The month, the day, the full moon day, when the Buddha was born, realized the Dhamma, was enlightened, and passed into Parinibbana on the same day. Hence, most people will happily proclaim that we celebrate a threefold blessing day. Yes? Have you heard of that? And it's the birth of the Buddha, his enlightenment day, the day of Parinibbana. Some years ago, I actually wrote an article and I gave a talk here, and I changed the meaning of the celebration. I said in that talk, by the way, that one has been uploaded today again for Jetavana. You know JDI? Jetavana Dhamma Fellowship website, Facebook. So we uploaded the talk. And in that talk, you know there are plenty of seats here. Come. There are plenty of seats behind her. You can sit behind her. Yeah. Right behind her, plenty of seats. Not in front of her, behind her. In front of her, and the camera will have your head as the profile. Come. Here. Squash. Hey, thank you. Oh, Yakun. Now, I said that Vesak is the day we celebrate three births. The birth of the Buddha, the birth of the Dhamma, and the birth of the Sangha. After the Buddha had passed on, it was the Sangha that stood up and came forward to defend, to protect, to propagate, to keep the Dhamma alive. So Vesak is the day we honor all three. We honor the Buddha for, in his compassion, living behind a teaching that 2,500 years later can help us, caught up in a deluded world of our own making, that can help us to find our oasis of peace. So we honor the Buddha's compassion and genius to be able to come up with the Dhamma that can help us in a DIY version when he's no longer around. And we honor the Sangha for stepping up and doing their part to keep it alive, Dhamma alive. You think about this. You now have the Buddha's teaching, yes? You have a lot of his suttas. You have everything. At the touch of one finger, just imagine how powerful you are. You hit enter, and the sutta, whichever one you want, will come out. And yet, you have no idea what the Dhamma is. Odds are. Or you have some idea, but you're not sure about your idea. Right? A group of Sangha through the centuries had to keep that alive. Let me ask you this question. If you have no idea what your teacher is saying, if you have no idea what your teacher is saying, now your teacher says, keep it alive. How are you going to do it? You can't. You can, in your version, by the end of your time, the teacher's teaching is finished. But the Sangha managed to keep it alive, therefore, they are Arya Sangha. They were the practitioner monks. They were the monks who understood, and because they understood, they kept the Dhamma alive for us. You understand? So what are we honoring? We're honoring Buddha, Dhamma, and Sangha, the Arya Sangha. Okay? Now, back to honoring Buddha. What are some of the usual activities that we engage in on the regular Vesak Day event. What are some of the activities? You visit the monastery, you visit the temple, yes? You do bowing ceremonies many times over. You bathe Buddha a lot. Some of you bathe once not enough, must bathe twice, 3 times, 4 times. Hey, look, kakin. Eh? No need shy lah, seriously. Some of you in white, you're on 8 precepts. Huh? You go to Dhamma talks and you do all kinds of things. Very joyous, very fun. There's nothing wrong. Honestly, the usual activities, I would not say they are wrong or right. If the intent is to build community spirit, bringing people together so that they have shared joy, they strengthen identity. They say we belong here and we come here and we have fun here and we rejoice in the Dhamma together, that's fine. That's perfectly all right. Sometimes it struck me, sometimes only sometimes it has struck me that in some of these activities, they are not really directly related to the Dhamma. Some of them have really very little link to the teaching. We try, but sometimes it just goes very odd. So today, I was wondering to myself when I came up with this topic, I was wondering whether I can share something that would help you to then be clear in your mind. In future Vesaks, be clear in your mind how you can honor the Buddha, Dhamma, and Sangha correctly, in a way more consistent with his teaching. Okay? Nothing wrong to continue what you enjoy doing, but we can add a little bit more. I call it like this: old wine in new bottle. Whatever that you do, whatever activity you like to continue, in those activities, find a Dhamma meaning. For yourself, don't you start a Dhamma meaning and then insist everybody must follow because this is the right thing to do. No. When you engage in a certain activity, make it meaningful for you along the Dhamma way. Get it? I will explain further. I think it's a 3 o'clock thing. Everybody's like, today very tired. Did you all sleep? Yes? No? Oh yeah, like not enough leh. You didn't sleep enough. You all seem so tired. I'm about the only energetic one around. I'm not feeling like I'm on steroid, because everyone else is not. I drank too much coffee. Okay, next. Ask yourself this. If we want to say we want to honor the Buddha in such a way that it is consistent with his teaching, the first thing you need to ask yourself, what do you know of his teachings? What is the foremost concern, or what were the foremost concerns in the Buddha's mind? Anybody? That's it, I don't want to talk already. I got to do all the talking, I'm very tired. Anybody? Okay, I answer the first one, then after that you answer the rest, okay? Okay, Like, one of the key concerns of the Buddha was teaching the individual how to tame his mind. When we talk about sila, when we talk about avoid evil, do good, purify mind, what is the objective? It is to tame the akusala habits in our mind. I heard that Bante went through akusala with you guys. Akusala, any action speech, action, thoughts, motivated by intentions associated with lobha, dosa, or moha, greed, anger, delusion. Anyone, any activities you undertake, body, speech, mind, motivated by anger, greed, delusion, that's akusala. That's akusala. Simple. Okay? And the Buddha's teachings seek to help us manage, tame akusala. Slow it down, reduce it. Now, if you look at your own life and you find that before, after Buddhism, BB, BB, AB. Before, after Buddhism, you same. Akusala like this, kusala like this. You can't see because it's quite low. Akusala like this, can see? At the back there, you can see? Yeah? Kusala like this, at the back there, you can see? Then you AB, BB also same. You didn't understand the Dhamma. The Dhamma has done nothing to your mind. You Vesak come and bathe Buddha many times, also no use. You bathe and the Buddha, caught a cold, got pneumonia, also no use. Do you understand? It is about cleansing your mind, not cleaning Buddha. Okay? So one important part of his teaching, a very important part of his teaching, is about learning to tame the mind. Why? Why do we have to tame the mind? Next one. Because we have very strong instincts, habits. These instincts and habits, if you don't change them, there is no way you can see the Dhamma. Dhamma is not only about my mind goes so still. It is so still, it's unmovable. It is not about that. It is about that eventually. But you didn't do all the preparatory work you want to get to there. Seriously, you didn't build the foundation. When you build foundation, you don't just put a brick on the ground. You need to stamp the brick into the ground. If your brick is only sitting on the ground, the wind comes, the brick also can fly, I think. Hurricane, it will fly. The point is, we have very strong negative instincts, habits. You watch yourself. I guarantee you, I can almost guarantee you, many of you, when you leave this place, feeling very charged up, very inspired. I am a Buddhist, this is Vesak Day, I'm the best. Somebody come by, the water splash into your face. What is wrong with you? I am supposed to be 8%. Cannot wear. Too late. Gone online, viral already. Our habits are so strong. Okay, let's not make it so dramatic. No moving car, no splashing water. That's very dramatic. How often we get that? Something simpler. We go into a hawker center. You scan the food. This one I don't like. This one I like. Close. Wasted. This one I like. You go to hawker center, you don't stop at the first store and just buy whatever is there, right? You don't. You will scan. You scan again. Huh? Today very hungry, scan a third time. See what I'm saying? And then someone says, hey, today Vesak Day, we all must be vegetarian. Can, let's go be vegetarian. Let's go vegetarian. Then you scan, look for your favorite vegetarian vegetable. I don't want mock thing. But mock chicken very good. It tastes exactly like real chicken. Okay, mock chicken can. You see what I'm saying? Our habits are so strong. Are they right or wrong? There is no right or wrong. There is only pain or not. If you kick your foot against the table leg, pain or not? Pain. Right or wrong? Fella put the table there, wrong. You see, some things are just, you laugh. But don't you think that's very funny? I mean, that's us, right? we have strong instincts. Buddha came up with a method to help us tame the mind. Try and reduce the lobha, dosa, moha, so that you can change the instincts, change your habits. Why? See, everything in the Dhamma, there is a why. In everything that you do, there is a why. If someone tells you, don't ask so many questions, you just do, this one cannot follow. It is right to us, good to us. In the Kalama Sutta, Buddha actually said to the Kalamas, it is wise to us, good to us. It is fair of you to ask. You should ask. There are some things you have to ask. Why? Why must be Buddha? Why? It's okay to ask. There must be a reason. If there were no reason, then why are you doing it? Because my mother says so. Not a good enough reason. Okay? Sorry, because my father says so. Same. Still not good enough reason. The reason why we are learning to tame the mind and change our instincts is because you as you are can't see the Dhamma. Will not have a mind quiet enough to understand what is inside, what is Dhamma knowledge, what is inside. Inside of the mind's true nature, the mind's real habits, the way the mind works, the processes of the mind. The normal, regular mind caught up in lobha, dosa, moha will not be able to see the processes of the mind properly. If you can't see this mind properly, you will never learn to let go properly. You don't let go properly, there is no nibbana. So, we learn to start with basic. The one thing people see no up, I always say. The one thing people see no up, sila. They usually think, I very good one, I don't kill, I don't steal, I don't tell lies, very good. Okay. I don't kill, I don't steal, I tell only white lie. Usually you're panchan a bit, huh? And then we say, very good ma. Right? Is that good enough? No, I will explain later. Not good enough. So, we say, we want to see the Dhamma. We think we are good enough. We are kind enough. We are decent enough. We always say things like that. But not enough. It is not clean enough. The mind's not clean enough to be able to go quiet and see Dhamma. Now, let me ask you this. Have you all seen many advertisement and courses all over, paid one, unpaid one, for mindfulness practice? Yes. Have you all seen? Have you all attended courses of mindfulness practice? Have you all seen advertisement for meditation practices? Meditation classes? Have you all attended? No need shy one, you can just tell me. Go, right? Everybody attended, How many have never attended a single one? You see? Earlier on, nobody want to answer. Now I ask how many has not attended. Obviously, everybody has some exposure. Now, have you all seen classes saying sila practice? Got classes say conducted by Dr. So and so sila practice. Got not? Have not? No, right? Have you all seen classes that says Dhamma course, foundation courses on Dhamma knowledge? Have not? Have we also conduct Have Can you see what I mean when I say we see sila no up? We all assume we sila enough. What we are lacking is panya and meditation. Yeah? Who agrees with me that generally, not you lah, generally your neighbor, your family, your friend, generally they all think that what is important is knowing the Dhamma knowledge and doing the meditation right. Who agrees with me that this is generally people's understanding? The rest of you know about Sila very important, is it? Huh? Or you don't understand my question, I have to repeat. Of course I'm right, because I share the view for a long time. I'm like you, no different. Wrong assumption, wrong beliefs. We all thought the missing parts are Panya and Samadhi. And you don't realize that no, the huge gap is Sila, or specifically Virya. I will explain later what I mean. I wanted to share with you this. You know that in the Buddhist history, the Buddhist literature, you all know this story. If you don't know, read between the lines. You all know this story that 3 months before the Buddha's parinibbana, he actually told his disciples, time is almost up, that I will pass away 3 months from now. You all know that, right? Immediately after his announcement, whole bunch of disciples made a beeline to the Buddha's chamber. They wanted to say goodbye. So one by one, they want to pay visits. Everybody hoo-hoo-ha-ha. Oh, no. As in crying. No, some don't cry. Huh? Most Aryas don't cry. But there are normal individuals, people who know they will miss him. So they went and they paid their respect and so on. There was one monk by the name Tissa who didn't want to visit the Buddha. And he told his fellow monks, I'm not visiting the Buddha. I will try and realize the Nibbana in his lifetime, he said. So his fellow monks, typical Singaporean, complained to Buddha. They went to the Buddha and they said, Buddha, Tissa no respect you, Buddha. You already announced that it's over. He didn't want to come and visit, no? He didn't want to come and pay his respect. He said he's going to do this, he's going to realize, he's going to practice really hard, and realize Nibbana in your lifetime. Buddha said, he is right. Those who love and respect me should act like Tissa. You are not paying homage to me by just offering flowers, perfumes, and incense. You pay homage to me only by practicing the Lokuttara Dhamma, the highest Dhamma. The point that the Buddha made was, it is not through outward performing of rituals, expressions, outward expressions, that you pay respect to the Buddha. It is when you do exactly as he taught and try and understand the teaching, because that's what he stood for. He stood for the Dhamma. He stood for a way of life, a way of understanding, a way of living, a way of practice. He stood for verbs. We go for nouns. You know, nouns, flowers, form, rituals. But he's talking about enlightenment, realization, changing the mind, being different, feeling free, realizing Nibbana. And to realize Nibbana, you have to change the mind, change the way the mind works, change your habit, change the conditions. Okay? So therefore, the most meaningful way of honoring the Buddha, one, cultivating kusala mental states necessary for spiritual growth and enlightenment. This is my advice. My advice. that you try and develop the mental states he told us to develop. That you try, I repeat, that you try to develop the mental states that the Buddha said are critical for realization of Nibbana. If you want to progress on this path, you have to cultivate these mental states. It is not how still your mind is. Your mind can't go really very still without these mental states. Even though some of you may come along and say, I see this, and I see that, and I see this, and I see colors, and I see light. I think you should check the retina, no? I am not belittling. I am saying that's not what he taught. It is not in his suttas. He didn't teach Dhamma like this. Don't get caught up in all these things. You start step by step. Suppose, let's say, for those of you who are kids, right? Suppose, let's say, your kids say, Mommy, why I must go through primary 1, primary 2, primary 3? Can't I just go primary 6? What would you say? Boy, you're so brilliant, oh. You saved me so many years of school fees there. I never thought of it, no? Would you say that? No. If you say that, you not only must check retina, must check brain. No. You will say, what is wrong with you? Singapore school system not good enough for you, is it? Huh? You no need to save money for me like that one. Can you just pass day by day, pass year by year? Of course you will want him to establish, now let's put it into proper English, establish a correct foundation, educational foundation. You want him to build from scratch and consolidate his knowledge and understanding properly. Yes? Don't not just say yes. Okay? Yes. So the same thing. On this path, we need to cultivate kusala mental states. Okay? Some of you will say, I'm not very smart, I don't really understand the Dhamma one, I can't, I don't have degree, I primary 6 only. Forget it. Buddha didn't even go through primary 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. It is not about educational level. It is about wisdom. Our education system does not test wisdom. It tests smarts, memory work, understanding of tactical concepts and application. It does not test wisdom. What will help you to understand the Dhamma is wisdom, panya, sila, a good pure mind, and calm, quiet samadhi. Okay? So, don't come and tell me I'm not smart enough, I don't have what it takes. You do. What you need are some mental states which you can cultivate. Okay? So do not, I wrote in there, don't shortchange yourself with faulty and obstructive assumptions. Don't tell yourself you can't. Because the moment you tell yourself you can't, who can convince you you are wrong? Then you are definitely right. You can't. Because you've already convinced yourself you can't. Get it? Don't say that to yourself. Don't do that to yourself. And I said, don't waste the chance to practice because you're so sure you're coming back to this world. Maybe you up there, then you're really very happy. You don't want to practice. You don't see the need to practice. I wasn't referring to downstairs. I was talking about upstairs. Or you come back to this world, you're so sure Dhamma's still waiting for you. It's been 2,500 years, and we know there are more and more and more variations, contortions, confusions, the many versions. You're so sure the real one is still waiting for you. We don't know, right? And you're so sure you're born into an environment where Dhamma is the thing that you can learn and practice and so on and so forth. Maybe by then, global warming, no more electricity, no internet. Whatever. So, don't waste the chance. The next part of the talk is we play Pali game. Does anybody know the words in Pali? This one we all show off one. Just put there, show off a bit. Saddha. What's Saddha? Sila. Wow, you're so good leh. The rest, what? They will look and say, Malay word Okay, I'll just show you the now. I just take a look at this and I will show you show you the words in English. This one, I blame my slide, my PowerPoint drafter show off on this. Jalat. Okay, the first one, Saddha, faith. On Vesak Day, if it doesn't bring up your faith, you're very jalat. Because minimally on Vesak Day, everywhere you go, you see a fellow Buddhist. Rejoicing in fellowship is enough to bring out some faith, isn't it? Now, this is what I think it is worth doing when you are visiting a temple or a monastery. This is what I think it is worth doing. Bow before the Buddha mindfully. Mindfully. I don't care how you put your fingers, but do it mindfully. And as you bow, try and you recall aspects of the Buddha that speaks to you. He was a man with tremendous amount of great qualities. But we are different people. We are drawn towards different qualities, isn't it? So you should reflect for yourself, for you, what part of the Buddha speaks to you most? Was it his compassion? Was it his genius? Was it the fact that he was a great teacher? Was it his sense of humor? If you say, he got sense of humor, you don't know Buddha. Read chapter 14, I think. What was it about him that speaks to you? Reflect on that. If it's gratitude you feel, the fact that you have some experience with the Dhamma, it makes you feel really good. You are very grateful for that. When you bow, say thank you. Do you know what I'm saying? It is to bring out this mental energy of faith. For some of you who are already walking this path and you have some idea about the Dhamma, you have much better idea about the Dhamma, and you feel really good understanding that much, then bow, your second bow, to the Dhamma. Again, in gratitude, in joy, with a sense that you have been blessed in this life to be able to understand. If you're born any differently, you may not have the conditions that made it possible for you to understand. And then the Sangha. Now, Sangha, unlike Buddha and Dhamma, Sangha is there. There are places where there is Sangha. And then go bow before the Sangha, pay your respect. I said here, always keep in mind faith, joy, and gratitude. If you bow with a stopwatch, that's not joy and peace and gratitude and all. That's trying to meet the record. I bow faster than she or he. Bow faster than her or him. You understand? Bow mindfully. But you don't have to take half an hour to do one bow. No need. Unless this is your version of mindfulness. And then do whatever you want. It's okay. Now, you can also spend a bit of time reflecting on his life. Some of you need to talk, you see. Talking helps. So read up on his life, read up on the Dhamma and so on. It builds faith, it brings up the faith. Sometimes you perform a little bit of ritual, you think it helps you, go ahead. There's nothing wrong. As I said, there is nothing wrong with performing a ritual, but you must give it meaning. Give it a right meaning. I am bowing before the Buddha to bring out this gratitude and faith. I am not bowing before the Buddha because they are looking at me. If I don't bow, I get punished tonight. Cannot. Then I don't bow 3 times, bow 1 time, cannot shortchange. Cannot. This kind of wrong views, please purge it from your mind. Purge it from your brain. Flush it. You don't need this. Everything that we do, it is to bring out kusala, mental energy. Kusala. Wholesome, skillful, joyous, mental energy. So saddha is one. Before I forget, I jump too fast. Are you aware? Now this one I expect answers, huh? If you don't answer, I will call you by name. With my finger. Okay, seriously. Are you aware that there are the mental states that I fleshed out earlier, they are actually in 2 categories. Category 1 are the mental states that the Buddha said are essential for the nominal people, the nominal Buddhists, or regular Buddhists, for happiness in this life and the next. 5 mental states. But there is a little bit more. There's the practitioner, the mental states that the practitioners need to cultivate in order to see the Dhamma. They're slightly different. Okay? The layman nominal Buddhist mental states are saddha, sila, which is what I will go through today. Saddha, sila, morality. Sota, learning. Chaga, generosity. Panya, wisdom. Repeat after me. Pass with distinction. Can practice ready? Nominal Buddhists. This is for nominal Buddhists. If you're not aware, last night we uploaded one ebook on saddha. It is the first of five chapters on these 5 mental states. The first one was uploaded last night. The next one will be uploaded a few months' time. When the light part hit 1,000, we upload. Which will never happen. Okay, seriously. These 5 core mental states need to be cultivated. It's okay, right? Practitioners, what's the difference? Saddha is the same. Virya, not sila, virya. Virya is energy. Energy, effort to keep the mind pure. Keep it clean. No loba, no dosa, no moha. So it's a little bit more than sila, morality. Okay? Saddha, virya, sati, samadhi, panya. Saddha, you know, faith. Virya, energy. Sati, mindfulness. Samadhi, concentration. Panya, wisdom. Okay? I will explain all these mental states. Now, next. Yeah, just read for yourself. The point here is using external objects to build faith. That's all. Okay? Take picture, move on. Sila. You see that there are 2 words here. One mental energy, I said sila, morality, or virtues, depending on which word you want to use. The other one, it says virya, which means energy. I put them together because there is correlation. Morality is you keeping your mind pure to some extent. You avoid performing evil. You do good. Avoid evil. Don't hurt. Don't harm. Don't kill. Don't cause pain. Avoid that. And I said there, minimally observe 5 precepts. Why 5 precepts? Why only 5? No, minimally 5. Minimally the lowest bar possible. Any lower jialat. Lowest bar possible, don't kill, don't steal, don't commit sexual misconduct, don't lie. White, black, purple, red, same. Lie is a lie. Don't lie. Avoid intoxicants that makes your mind fuzzy. Takes away your ability to concentrate. That's the minimum. Some of you will want to observe 8 precepts. Now, you need to understand, it is not about form. Wear white, eat 2 meals, don't wear perfume, no makeup, don't listen to music. You just observe them strictly. Tonight, sleep on floor. All these are great, but did you understand why? This is not about just following precepts. This is about understanding craving in the mind. Your mind likes to make itself pretty. Your face, make it pretty. So, if you did a lot of things to your nails and your hair before you observe your 8 precept, doesn't count. You already fill up the blanks, then start the 8 precept. Doesn't count. You missed the point. If it is, you say, oh yeah, we will only eat, we will sleep on the floor. But then let's turn on the aircon. Doesn't count. The point is not hard bed, soft bed. The point is loba. The mind desire for distraction. The mind desire for recognition. The loba. I'll give you another example. No music, right? No music, no dancing, no singing, no... Buddha didn't see television, ma. Can watch documentary. You are missing the point. Actually, if I were to if I'm your teacher and say, okay, today we observe 8 precepts, I will take away your handphone. I won't take away your handphone. Why? Handphone is a distraction. You no singing, no dancing, no this, no that, but play games. You jalan, not jalan. Okay? You understand what I'm saying? So therefore, the word here I wrote is note the essence, the spirit of the precept. It's not about form. It's not for people to see. It's for you to understand. You're trying to rein in the mind. Okay? You wear white, it's not for the world to see. It's for you to remind yourself that you have agreed, you have said you wanted to uphold a precept. Stricter laws to control the mind. And that's what you do. Okay? It is to tame loba, dosa, moha, greed, anger, delusion. And on this day, if you want to push it to the next level of practice, virya, then you keep your mind in the present. Keep it quiet. Keep it calm. Don't scold people, not even in the mind. If your mind go, hold it down. Today is the day you try and see what happened when you refuse to give in to loba, dosa, moha. Just one day. You want it short? 12 hours, sunrise to sunset. Lucky this is not Iceland. In summer, Iceland will be 22 hours. No, you just watch your mind for one day. Next year, Vesak Day. Next year, Vesak Day, you observe this one. Viriya. Watch your mind. No loba, no dosa, no moha, one day. Okay, moha, you had. You don't even know what moha. Never mind. No loba, no dosa. You just try this one. For 12 hours. Sunrise to sunset. Cuckoo. That's it. Start observing already. Cannot scold chicken. Hand. Cannot take shoe, throw hand. Okay? Can do that? For those of you observing 8 precepts, you better do that. Because that's your practice. For the rest of you, you own time, own target. Okay. When you go bathe Buddha, this is what you should reflect on. When you are bathing the baby Buddha, can you just reflect on this? Purifying the mind. Why do we want to purify the mind? Why? Why so jialat must purify mind? A purified mind is cool. It's calm. It's joyous. In its own way, it's joyous. It does not feel burdened. It doesn't feel the pain. That is why it's worth the effort. If you really understand the Dhamma, according to the Buddha, there was this cute story where the Buddha, talking to his disciples, said this. He took his hand, he ran across the forest floor, and he said, the amount of dirt under this nail, is that more or less than the amount of dirt covering the forest floor? What's the answer? Like that also, don't know. I repeat, less or more? Less. And he said, for one who enter the stream, the moment they begin to understand the Dhamma deep enough, the sense of suffering is like the amount of dirt underneath the fingernail. Before this, before he entered the stream, the sense of dukkha is like the amount covering the forest floor. Can you imagine a mind? That's just first level. This is just first level. Just at the first level, the sense of dukkha is so significantly reduced. That's the reason why we call ourselves Buddhists, students of the Dhamma, because we believe that that can happen when we begin to understand the Dhamma. Our life, the pain, the burden, the sense of fetters, the sense of baggage is reduced. Considerably, significantly reduced. That is why we are on this path. If you say, really, I didn't know that. You want to take another train? Are you on the wrong bus? This is the path. This is the intent. Okay? So, just as water cleanses and the experience is soothing and calming, Dhamma practice will tame the heated akusala mind, leaving it cool and tranquil. That's the intent of this practice. Okay? Number 3, sota, learning. I say here, this is simple, right? This is relatively easy. Only one day, 365, only one day I say you all should pull out the Dhamma book and read something. Then you say, which was the shortest Dhammapada verse? No need to read all of them. Read number 1 and 2. Read both the story and the words and then memorize it in Pali. Okay, English. A most meaningful activity engaging in Dhamma learning and sharing. Now, okay, When you come together with your Dhamma friends, for heaven's sake, don't talk about shopping. Sing Song got the best deal. No. Dhamma, okay? Come together, share Dhamma, talk Dhamma, engage in Dhamma. Then you say, yeah, but what is Dhamma? Did you even hear me or not? Buddha, Dhamma, Sangha, you know? No loba, no dosa. Talk about how you practice together. Read a sutta. If you have nothing to say, pull out Dhammapada. Very easy, plenty there to talk about, okay? Some people, they go for overnight chanting, which is fine if you understand what you're chanting. If you chanted the whole night in a language you don't understand, that is not fine. Unless, during the chanting, your mind goes still. Then you at least got something out of it. If you were hoping for merits, only if your mind goes still. If your mind didn't go still and you're looking at the page number, no merits there. Okay? Understand? So you can engage in Dhamma talk, Dhamma discussion. If you must talk Dhamma. Okay? And you can go for chanting, which to me is very meaningful, provided you know what you're chanting. If you say, but Bhante wants me to chant in Pali leh, it's okay, can you read before you go chanting? Because you can read the translation. When you are chanting, it is hard to read the translation. It's very hard unless you memorized it. You can read before you go. Then when you are chanting, keep the mind quiet and just focus on the chanting. But you can reflect on the Dhamma because you read it before. Okay? And if you are fortunate, and you go for a discussion with friends or come for a talk, and in the process you learn something about the Dhamma, it makes an impact with you, something that touches your heart and mind. You know, congratulations, you got jackpot. I got Nibbana. No Nibbana yet. But you have a Dhamma experience. If you sit through a discussion and in this discussion, you felt joy, you feel joy, you feel inspired, you feel energized. To me, that is a Dhamma experience. Words touched you to a level you get goose pimples, you still not enough. Get it? Did you get it? Did you get what I say? Yeah, thank you. Next time you sit here, okay? Yeah, I need this affirmation. You know, I don't need your affirmation. I need feedback to get a sense of whether or not you understood. If you understand, I move on. If you don't understand, I repeat and repeat and repeat until I get the correct response. Okay. Oh, yeah, sorry, they are here. Chant with understanding, reflect on the words. This part, don't be concerned about rhythm and pronunciation. If the devas are waiting for your chanting, it's sad, right? Once a year you chant for them. They are not waiting for your chanting. They are not here with all their clipboards to mark you on, hey, the rhythm off, the rhythm, and then the pronunciation off. Let me ask you, if you are a deva, no, wrong question. When you are, no more. Okay. What is worse? This got no sound. Hey, hello. When you are a deva. Why do I say, why did I change from if to when? Because you're all here. Because you are all practicing. Because you're hearing the Dhamma. Because you're committed to the Dhamma. Because you derive joy sitting here listening to the Dhamma. If you read my book, next book I mean, you will understand what I meant, why I say when you are a Dewa. Okay? Now back to this point. When you are a Dewa, you think you understand Pali? When you are a Dewa, do you think you understand Pali? Don't know. You're waiting for me. I don't know. Maybe, maybe not. Maybe, maybe not. I don't know. But I know you're not likely to stand down there with a clipboard going, her pronunciation wrong. Why she pronounce like that one? You're not going to be picky about the tone. You are listening for the knowledge. You are enjoying the knowledge. You are enjoying the joy that people feel when they chant together and they are inspired. Yes? I hope you still come back and visit on Vesak Day. That's exactly. People come together and rejoice. So don't get caught up about the rhythm and the pronunciation and all. Okay? Don't worry about that. Next mental state. How many have we covered? This one is fourth. Okay? Test. Checking on mindfulness. Test, So, chaga. This one, I tell you, what is chaga? I have given entire talk on chaga, so I'm not going to repeat this. I just want to make this point. Many people think that chaga is dana. No. Dana is one version of chaga. So you put money into donation box, it's not your chaga duty of the day. It is not enough. Chaga doesn't need you to put money. If you can put and support, good. Sadhu. But if you say, I don't have money to give, it's okay. It's generosity of spirit. And it's way more than giving. It's letting go. You come to a temple, you use the toilet. Did you wash it? Yeah. I wash toilet. Yeah. No chaga. The ones who wash, the ones who sweep the floor, the ones who clean up after you, they are the ones with chaga. They serve when no one else would. They are the ones with chaga. They gave when no one else would. You look into your mind how difficult it is to serve, to give service, give time. How difficult is it? You give already. If you give correctly, your mind should be joyous and light. If you give already and your mind feels really heavy, see a lot. There was no chaga. What were you looking for? I was hoping for tips. Do you understand what I'm saying here? This is very important. Chaga is when you can let go of something. And here I say, let go I, myself. You won't wash the toilet because, I don't know, dirty, beneath you. Somebody can do, I don't like it, I don't like it. It's about you. I don't like it. That's the problem. At the point when you can say, whether or not I like it, I will do it. Because I love the Dhamma, I love this place, I love humanity, I will do it. Something like this is chaga. Forgiving is chaga. You quarrel with somebody, can you see how the two mind goes? I'm right, he's wrong. I'm right, she's wrong. Can you see the mind doing that? Why doesn't she apologize? Why me? A mind like this has no chaga. Chaga is, she's in pain. If I'm the practitioner, I will do it. I will let go. That's chaga. Do you understand? So on this day, if you see your mind holding on to akusala, holding on to your righteous pride, righteous anger, holding on to, hey, this is my space, that kind of thing. If you can remember one moment chaga, It's okay. I'll just let it go. It's okay. I'll let it be. Something like that. You can do that. Today, you have honored the Buddha. Okay? Panya. Engaging in Dhamma learning, going for mindfulness training, meditation, contemplating on the Dhamma, all very useful for cultivating wisdom. The Buddha said there are 4 ways in which people develop panya. 4 ways. Associating with a sappurisa, a good person, a higher person, a superior person, okay? Associating with a good person, being exposed to, hearing the true Dhamma, paying correct attention, the famous Pali term, yoniso manasikara. The 4th one, practicing correctly. Now, I won't go into details. Read my book. Won't go into details. The main thing here is, on this day, spend a bit of time going before a practitioner Sangha, learning from the practitioner Sangha, hearing from him the right Dhamma. You all did this, right, this morning? That is good. You got this part right. Now put it into practice. You heard what he say, you remember what he say, you put into practice what he say. You say, oh yeah, but I didn't come. Never mind, go home, Google, YouTube, Ajahn Chah, Ajahn Jayasaro, Bante Gunaratana. There are plenty of monks. Pull out one talk, sit through the talk, listen carefully. Today learn something. Today learn something. Learn the Dhamma. Going for mindfulness training and meditation. Some of you went for, came here, right? Here. There was a retreat here. Very good. I hope you learned lots of things and put it into practice in daily life. Contemplating on the Dhamma, very important. You learn everything, never contemplate wasted. Must contemplate. It is like this. Think of it like, I spend 2,000, 3,000. I don't know how much you all spend for learning how to drive. How much do they spend these days? 2,000? 3? You spend $3,000 learning how to drive, passing the exam. You're too scared, don't want to drive already. Like that. If you went through all the trouble to do a meditation retreat, then you pass already, retreat over, go home, very difficult, don't want. Same. You gave up your driver's license, but after a while, police also will let you go on the road. All lost, all forgotten. So we must spend a bit of time, review, reflect, recall. Recall, review, reflect. Should be recall first. Okay? Be reminded that light dispels darkness. So, okay, this is about, you remember I talked about being wise to the rituals, being wise about the rituals, give a meaning to the rituals. So one particular ritual, which I actually quite like, is your candlelight procession thing, which is fine. The candlelight procession can help you to build mindfulness, because if not, you burn your hair. Not funny. Build mindfulness, bring up the faith, reflect on the Dhamma. You look at that lamp flickering. If last night you were here, you saw the lamp flickering and all you were interested in, don't blow out. If that's all you're interested in, wasted. Go do again tonight. There has to be some reflection. In every ritual that you undertake, if you can remember, reflect on the ritual. Okay? Observe impermanence and conditionality. Why conditionality? Now I'm asking you this. Why did I write this word conditionality in the flickering flame? Take picture, never reflect. Why?
For something to arise, you need the necessary conditions.
Now the rest answer. Why do I say conditionality in the flickering? Next time must you write a word I can pronounce. Flickering flame. So jialat. Why? In order for the flame to be there has to be wax, weak, oxygen, the strike, the fling. Now, take away any of the condition, got flame or not? So there are, in everything that we do, reflect on condition, reflect on impermanence. Okay? Last two. This one is a practitioner, as I said, it's a practitioner requirement. If you want to walk this Dhamma path successfully to the end, if you have aspiration to realize the Dhamma, to taste the Dhamma, to understand fully what Dhamma is about, if you have that as your aspiration, Sati, Samadhi are non-negotiable. They are non-negotiable. Only when the mind is very much aware of what's going on right now, and this awareness is sustained, which is Samadhi, sustained, only a mind with these features has a shot at understanding the Dhamma properly. A mind that cannot go quiet enough, aware enough, sustained enough, it does not have enough time to internalize the conditions of the mind, the processes of the mind. It does not have enough time to internalize a seeing and understanding of what the mind looks like. Okay? Therefore, last question. Carnivals, concerts, can or not? Consistent or not? You tell me. Not quite lah, huh? No, not quite. If you are a practitioner, they are not consistent. If you are just nominal Buddhists, here for the bonding, here for the fellowship, for the laughter and all, it's okay. Just know that this one, he wouldn't encourage lah. Meaning to say, let's just say if Buddha is alive and this is Jetavana out there, you don't go bring your carnival wheel all over the place. Then come before his heart and go, Bante, let us sing you a song. Buddha is like, you understand? So you see, after you know what he stood for, after you understand what the path is about, you understand for yourself what is consistent with his teaching and what he would encourage, and what is like not consistent and he probably wouldn't encourage. Okay? Probably, I don't speak for Buddha, I just guess. Okay. So therefore, you tell me, have you honored the Buddha today? Yes? Well done. Well done. If you have, I can feel your joy. If you have done it right today, you will be joyous. Okay? Happy Vesak Day. Ask your question. You got a question?
I believe there are many Vesak Day Buddhists. That means they will hang out during Vesak Day. So what can we do to change this? Is there anything we can do?
Oh, you mean want to change the way people celebrate the thing, or what? What do you mean change?
Like there are many people only visit temples during Vesak Day. Can we at least also?
Yes.
But the amount of Vesak Day Buddhists is large amount. Yeah. Can we bring them to Buddhist fellowship?
Oh, you're quite draconian, huh? You know, I this is my belief. I believe that people fundamentally, I do believe that fundamentally there is wisdom in people, a lot of wisdom. What they lack is information and understanding. When they understand, when they have the correct information and they understand enough, they will have the wisdom to choose to do the right thing. I believe that. So we can't tell them that they're doing the wrong thing, but we can tell them why this is good, why this is... We can provide information, correct information. And then we allow the individual's own wisdom, own mental conditions to choose wisely. If people choose, however, the way, if you see for yourself that actually it doesn't harm, it doesn't cause pain, it does not lead to it doesn't lead to suffering. Okay, suffering got two types, huh? I mean, suffering, there are many ways of explaining suffering, but suffering got two types. I tell you why. There is the mind-made suffering and there's the real suffering, the real pain. If you develop a serious illness, it is painful. This is real suffering. If your mind starts telling you, I'm going to die tomorrow, I'm going to die really ugly, look at the way he rocked all the way. So your mind starts talking a lot, that's a mind-made one. Then your suffering becomes double whammy, right? The mind-made suffering and the physical suffering. Okay, when I said, as long as your activity doesn't cause suffering, I meant the physical suffering. Mind-made suffering, people will mind-made one. For instance, tomorrow at 6 o'clock must start, huh? Then at 5:30 must wake up, then 4:30 I must get out from her. The mind talks a lot, it suffers. All mind that talks a lot will suffer. This is nature of the mind. So, any activity, in my view, if it does not bring harm, doesn't cause pain, real physical pain, not our place to make people stop. Not our place. But it is good to explain what would be a more spiritually meaningful way. Because the spiritually meaningful way, the reward, is joy. You will feel joy, you will feel peace, you will experience some degree of calm and a sense of, deepen the sense of faith. It will happen. If you go through a Vesak day without joy, no sense of fellowship, no sense of joy, no sense of faith, no deepening of faith, just the same regular old mind that you carry around every day, then this Vesak, you have not really experienced the Dhamma. Okay? Any other question? Yes. This one like Happy Valentine's Day.
Good afternoon, sister. This is the first time that I'm attending a talk by you, but I've seen quite a lot through online.
Okay.
I wouldn't have been here if not for my son. Okay, there are a few takes I would like to share. I could feel for the deep meaning that Sister is trying to get all to see beyond the surface of all the activities that they are planning, to see the true meaning of Vesak Day. But at the same time on the ground, I do feel the ownership of the people who are planning the programs and the activities. So my take is that if the future people who plan the programs or the activities would be able to draw a stronger alignment of the activities towards, because I'm a non-strong Buddhist or whatever, so I do not know the terminology much. So we'll be able to draw a stronger alignment to the real meaning of the Vesak or the Buddhas, and strengthen and to be able to elicit what it really means to honor the Buddha, the Vesak Day. I think that will give greater values to the people who come to participate in this activity. If we are just able to give a tweak to the program,
Yes.
I think we will be able to achieve this
Yes.
of creating this community, at the same time the true meaning of Vesak and Buddha, if I'm not wrong.
Oh yes, yeah. I completely agree with you. I think that's a very good point. Exco, take note.
I think this is
I know where you are. I agree with you.
Very similar to what is happening in the education context, as what I mentioned just now. So a lot of things are happening on the ground that they lose sight of the real intent.
Exactly.
So if they're able to see that and do it at the same time,
Yes.
I think the meaning will be so much better. Than,
Yeah.
okay.
We must change battery. I completely agree with you, and it's actually quite similar to the point that the brother here has made. I think Buddhist Fellowship, a very important contribution that Buddhist Fellowship can make for the society here is to provide the right knowledge, the right understanding. And once people understand, once people have a fuller picture as to the intent, the objective of this teaching, what's the end game, what does it look like, what must be done. Once they have clarity, they will make the right choices, they will know what to do. I think what happens, very often, I could be wrong, but my assumption here is that very often we do things because people had done this before, it was done before, and they did it for whatever reasons, and we would just follow. So when you just follow without understanding, sometimes that goes wrong. Now, Buddha's time, for those of you who attend DFC, you know there is a sutta called Sigalowada Sutta, right? Sigalowada was very clear. This guy stood at a crossroad, bow in 6 directions. And he did that every day. Why? Because Daddy says so. Father dying told him, can you just go there, stand at the crossroad, bow in 6 directions. Buddha came along and said, well, okay, you can do that, but there's a reason for this. And he gave this guy a reason, and a really good reason. Bowing in 6 directions to honor relationships in life. How do you honor it correctly? Not by performing the rituals, but by remembering that when you are bowing, there is a whole series of meaning behind this performance, this ritual. It is honoring the ideals and then living up to the ideals that is more important than performing the ritual. We are thinking Buddhists. We are not blind faith Buddhists. In this time and age, particularly for Buddhism, there is no room for blind faith. It has to be with understanding, to answer in our mind very clearly why are we doing things. And when we are doing these things, at the end of it, what is it for? We have to answer these questions. then we do it. When you're convinced by the arguments, you're convinced that it's good for your mental welfare, then we do it. Okay? Right. Any other question?
Hello, I really enjoy your talk. And because I'm still undergoing the foundation course, so we cover the Sila and all that.
Okay.
But I was from another religion.
Okay.
I'm from another religion, still. So, but
It's okay. It's okay.
Not yet.
Yeah, it's okay. Yeah.
But I'm open to it. But when you are talking about other religion, because I'm referring to Sila and the 5 precepts and things like that. One of other religion talking about love and compassion.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm sure this is part of the Buddhist. So we taught the Sila, but probably you present it another way. Because if you say no killing is compassion or love. You love the animal, you don't kill them. So how does it? And
okay.
That's the root of the thing, you see. Because
Okay.
if you love, you
Okay.
don't kill, you see. You don't tell people don't kill, but you tell them you must have love.
Okay.
So this is
Buddhist Sila. What does it mean, right? What does it rest on? Read my next book. No. Seriously, I must thank this brother for giving me a chance to promote my next book. It's almost done already. It should be coming out in a couple of months' time. Another e-book. There are 5. This e-book has 5 chapters. Only 5 chapters, because there are only 5 mental conditions the Buddha wants you to learn, right? And don't worry, I'll answer your question eventually. 5 chapters. Last night we uploaded Faith. The next one I will upload is Sila. And in this book, without revealing too much, then nobody wants to read already, right? So I just reveal a bit. I'll just give you Buddhist Sila rests on 3 principles. Okay? Did you all know that? Now say thank you. Buddhist Sila, Buddhist morality teaching rests on 3 principles. I will share with you only 1 principle, so then you're compelled to find the book. But seriously, the most important one which I will share today, which is easy to understand, is actually the principle of empathy. Buddhist morality sits on a very key understanding, a very key principle. The principle is that of empathy. Buddha said, you don't like to be killed. You are a living being. You feel pain. You bleed, you feel pain, you suffer. You don't like these things. You don't like to be killed. Then don't kill. You don't like your things stolen. You don't like to be treated with this disrespect and things taken away from you. Don't do it to another. Now, you may think, simple, why so simple? No. You just reflect more carefully, a little bit more deeply. You just reflect more carefully. If you go only by rules, don't do this, don't do that, there will be all those gray areas, whole series of gray areas. You know, people will say, what about euthanasia? What about abortion? You have all kinds of gray zones coming in. What if they are going to kill my baby, then I don't fight back? You know, this kind of fun questions will come about. No, you think about this. Empathy, the principle of empathy. Suppose, let's say, you are dying. You are dying. and you are in very bad pain. And it's a question of time. When do you die? At that moment, you can't do anything for yourself. And you say, I wish someone could just help me. Something like that. Huh? This is how your mind works. I'm not saying I shared this. I'm saying remember the principle of empathy. Yourself. You think at that moment, if you say, it's okay, I'm ready to go, do it. Something like this. If you say that, then now somebody comes to you and say, will you do it for me? And your reply is, no lah, I don't want panati pata leh. Can you see the double standard you just practiced? You just practiced? Then what does that make you? What kind of a person are you? See what I'm saying? But suppose that, say, you yourself, you stand by your own principle. You are dying of severe pain. Same thing. Any minute you will die. But don't know when. Exam hasn't come yet. Don't know when. But despite the pain you are going through, despite the pain, you say, it's okay. I'm a practitioner. I will take it. I will take it. And you will take it. And you will take it all the way to the end. Rotting limbs and all. So someone else come and say, will you do it for me? And you say, you know, I'm very firm about this. I absolutely will not do something like this, not even for myself. I can't do it. See what I'm saying? There is no right or wrong, you know. Sometimes there's just a whole series of gray. You want clarity, but the Buddha said one of the most important things to understand is this principle of empathy. I'll push further. Did you know that in Buddhism, you can ask many monks, all the very well-attained, well-practiced, deeply wise monks, you ask them this question, do we have any rules against homosexuality? And they will say, no. Now I put it to you, this question. You love. Do you want people to judge you? Do you want people to judge you about how you love? You don't, right? How many of us want to be judged? I have feelings for people, but people are judging me. I don't like it. Then don't judge another. It is not for you to judge. Do you understand? Can you now understand how powerful this principle is? You don't like people to talk bad about you? Don't talk bad about another. You don't like people to treat you with disrespect? Don't treat another with disrespect. If you don't like something, why do you do it to another? Do you like to be scolded? You don't like to be scolded. Then why do you scold another? If you are in the service industry and you are somebody who brings food to the table for the patrons, for the customers, do you like people to look down at you or just ignore you and treat you with disrespect? You don't. Then why do you do that to another? So this principle of empathy is very powerful. You use this as a ruler for yourself, you will never do wrong. You will never have to keep asking the teacher, can like this or not, huh? But the principal say like this, leh. I can like this or not, huh? Flip a bit. Actually, you know for yourself. You don't like it, why do you do to another? It's not just about killing and stealing. Do you like being lied to? Then why do you do it to another? You see what I'm saying? So this is one principle. There are two others. I'm not telling you this. July. Okay?
Last question.
Last one, no? You managed to squeeze it in.
Just managed.
What would your response to this statement be? Forgiveness is just a word.
What kind of statement is that? Who say that? Forgiveness is everything. To me, it is everything. And it's not just forgiving others, it's also forgiving yourself. Forgiving is a way of letting go. Do you know that in Buddhism, one of the key things that you will learn, you remember, okay, now, because of her good question, I will explain a little bit about this word moha. You know loba, right? Greed. You know dosa, right? Anger. Do you know moha? Do you know what it means? Huh? Simi? What is delusion? In the Dhammapada, verse number 1, the Buddha said, mind is the forerunner of all mental states. Mind is supreme, mind made are things. Right? Remember that phrase? That lovely phrase? That explains delusion. That stanza. Because the way you see and understand reality depends on what your mind filters and explains. How your mind filters and explains. The mind sees things, the mind interprets, the mind concludes, the mind says, I know. Right? The mind does everything spontaneously by itself. You don't know reality. You know what your mind has concluded. Is that reality? As far as you're concerned, that's reality. As far as you are concerned, that's your reality. That's all. Are you right or wrong? Don't know. But that's your reality. Yes? And based on our reality, based on our conclusions, based on our all kinds of thought construction, we have expectations. All kinds of expectations. And some of these expectations are definitely wrong. But it doesn't matter. It's not wrong, it's incomplete. Your picture is entirely incomplete. Then why is it we insist on us being right? When you pick a fight with another, what is that fight about? It's about differing perceptions. Differing perceptions, ego that sits on differing perceptions, ego that insists that it is right and the other side is wrong. When you say, I ask for forgiveness, I insist on forgiveness, what are you talking about?
Can I clarify a little bit more? So moving on from that, because we're now focusing on the self, right? When you're focusing on yourself, you're focusing on moving on for yourself. But when you're done with that, how do you apply it? How do you bring it forward? How do you move past that? You've forgiven, you've realized the mental state, and then...
A true forgiving lets go.
No, what I'm saying is, you've done that, and then...
Have you really done it?
I'm not asking about myself.
No. I'm saying, have the person really done that?
I think I should add a bit more context to this, as in, it's about how you apply those lessons for others. There's a school of Buddhism where it's like, it goes beyond the self, you know. It's not Theravada, it's something else, I forgot.
Oh, okay.
Mahayana, yes, Mahayana.
No.
Yeah.
I tell you what, we will comment on Dhamma points. Okay, we stay to the Dhamma points. If you have a personal question, we can take this offline. Okay?
Okay, no, it's not really personal. So it's like, there's this stage where it's more like you're focusing
Okay.
And then with Mahayana, it's more like taking it one step further and
Okay.
using your wisdom to do good for others.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. What's the relevance with forgiveness?
That was just like that comes from the 5 aggregates. You know, sort of like conditions like we give meaning to words.
Ah.
Words, yeah.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, so that's where it comes from. Words are what we give meaning to it.
My mate are things.
Yeah, exactly. So that's what you know. What's your response to the statement? Forgiveness is just a word. Just like anything else can be just a word.
Oh. Okay. You know, it all depends on when the person uses a word like this, whether he means it philosophically or cavalierly, is in the cavalier mode, or he is doing it with wisdom. You really don't know. If a person really has the wisdom, indeed words are all construction. But if you don't have the wisdom and you say, what's in a word? If you don't have the wisdom, you're being cavalier. But it doesn't matter. The point remains that your level of dukkha is at your level of understanding. Or rather, it's an inverse relationship. Dukkha has an inverse relationship with wisdom. Okay? The wiser you are, the less intense is your experience of dukkha. The more foolish you are, the more intense is your experience of dukkha. So, you can be cavalier, you can do whatever you want, but the individual, as I said, depending on his degree of wisdom or not, pays the price through this suffering, the dukkha. Okay? Like that, lor. 就是这样咯。
Because I think that a lot of people when they bandy these words about it, I question whether they really understand what they're talking about.
It doesn't matter. We are very. It depends on. This thing about wisdom is really quite cute, you know. It is quite cute. Have you heard of this little? It is not an expression, but the idea. The idea. The more you talk, the less you know. The more you know, the less you talk. Have you heard of this cute little expression? And there is some truth, right? Once upon a time, you don't really know Dhamma. Oh, but then you talk a lot. You had a lot to share. But the ones who didn't know a lot and they kept quiet, actually they knew more. Meaning they knew they didn't know. But the ones who didn't know that they didn't know, oh man, they have got pages. They wrote 5 books already, they only wrote 1. Yeah, it's just like that. The really lovely English expression, the idiom that says empty vessels make the most noise. It's like that, lor. Okay, now we're done with today's talk, right? You got announcement.
Yes.
Thank
just
you.
A few announcements before we invite Bante out.